Well, everyone, thanks for joining us again for another episode of the Bikes and Beers Adventures, 12 Beers of Christmas,
Yeehaw.
where we have been spending copious amounts of time researching the great province of Ontario to find, yes, I want to use a big word for a change.
That was awesome.
I know, it was pretty good.
That's good.
It just rolled off. Now he's kind of spoiling it because I'm sidetracked.
Sorry.
But we wanted to show the result of our efforts of months and months of research into the province of Ontario and all the local craft breweries that exist here. I'm not sure the exact number right off the top of my head, but there's
350.
There's 350. There's the knowledge man over here.
Sorry, I'm just making it up.
Anyway, so we have put together this 12 beers of Christmas, and I think they're it's not just the beers that we're profiling per se, but it's the breweries as well, because most of the craft breweries that we're talking about are beers. There's a lineup of really tasty beers.
Yeah.
Right?
And these craft breweries that we're sampling and trying and all different beers, they're actually the larger craft breweries. They're in behind that. There's even a smaller segment of breweries that are out there that are trying to get into the market that are very difficult to find. So, you know what? Support your local brewery.
250 craft brewery in Ontario.
250.
Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
I was off.
Sorry, folks. We've had a fact-checking error correction. Andy did think he was knowledge man at 350.
I thought I said 250.
True numbers.
But there's 100 breweries in the planning stage.
Ah.
Whoa, so maybe that's where you were getting.
Yeah, that's sorry. My mistake. I didn't break it down properly.
Yes.
Sorry.
Anyway, so to continue on with our episodes and our show, once again, too, just so if you don't forget, I'm your host, Mark Palmer, and this is my other buddy.
Other buddy?
Yes, Andy Meany. The other Andy Meany.
Glad you didn't say Gilligan.
Well, I should have. I'd
My
be the
little
skipper,
buddy.
eh? I'd be the skipper,
the skipper.
I'm always the big guy.
Gilligan.
That's not fair. Anyways, so today we're going to talk about specifically Muskoka Cream Ale. But Muskoka is actually one of my favorite craft breweries, not only for the location in beautiful Muskoka, but I've been a big fan of their craft lager for a long, long time. That's another really good, easy drinking beer. But I don't want to spend too much time on that one because today we focus on the cream ale.
The cream ale.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
great,
do.
Great beer. Actually, the cream ale falls under the category of an English pale ale.
Which is quite interesting, isn't it?
Not to be mistaken by an IPA, which is an India pale ale. I know it's getting very confusing here, but an English pale ale typically runs between 20 and 40 on the IBU. On our last podcast, we talked about the International Bitterness Unit, which describes the actual bitterness within a beer on a scale from 0 to 80. So typically an English pale ale will run between 20 and 40 on the IBU.
See, folks, this is why I'm glad I bring a partner with as much wisdom as this guy on stage, because I didn't know any of that shit. So, thanks, Eddie, for sharing.
No problem.
All right. So I guess what we're supposed to do, the meat and the potatoes of what we're doing here, is to share the beer and actually give you our tasting impressions on once we crack it open.
Are we having meat and potatoes?
Maybe later, Andy.
Oh, okay.
It might be one of the pairing ideas that come out of this conversation.
Meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes. See, now you're making me hungry too. So why don't we try this beer here and let everyone know what we think of it.
Is this a twist top?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Ah! Ow.
I'd say not.
Thanks, prop man. That's prop guy.
Prop guy. Prop guy and knowledge guy.
What the heck is this? How do you use this thing? God.
It's made for a twist top.
Oh,
This
I know,
isn't
I
a
do.
twist top. You need to use the other end.
Here, you use it.
No, it's the wrong way.
Second prop guy.
Oh, prop guy sucked you in, man.
Okay. Oh, you.
Oh, too funny.
Man, oh man.
Anyways,
You know what?
We'll call this a commercial break.
That's the last time I trust him. Payback's a bitch, baby.
Oh, too funny. Well, thank God we had prop guy number 2 on there.
Yes. Good job. PG2.
Now, it's kind of interesting, too, because I don't get to actually do a lot of tops like that anymore, because most of the time I use tall boys.
Tall boys,
And it's just the...
Yeah, it's not very often you get to.
So that was a nice
Pop a top.
experience. And that's probably why we were
Well, it wasn't a
thrown for
nice
curve.
experience for me because
Well,
I
I
kept on
realized that.
twisting and twisting.
I know, you
I think
looked
I broke his
frustrated.
little stick.
You looked frustrated.
Oh, I was getting really.
But you're okay, see?
Almost turned into Angry Andy.
And yeah, see. it would-
That's not good. You don't want Angry Andy about it.
Anyways, let's get this beer in our mouths because it'll help calm you down, Andy.
All right. So.
Oh, look at the color. I love the color.
Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, yeah.
You take a look at that. It's a
Lots.
nice, kind of a deep amber kind of look.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
That's lovely.
I do like
That's
that.
a
So
lovely
it's kind of
color.
funny. This is the neat thing about craft beers too. So when you actually, think about the name, you think cream ale. I immediately assume it'll be a light, clear colored beer because you're just thinking cream, just what it brings to your head. But now you're looking at something that's a little darker, more like an amber lager.
Yeah. Like
Right.
an English pale ale.
Or that too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This you go.
Sometimes you don't like the smart guys.
No. Oh, that's
Oh.
really nice.
Okay, so
That's
I'm,
clean.
it's clean, but are you getting a toffee caramel?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of a caramelly.
Car-
Is caramel? Is caramelly a word?
It is now.
I think it is.
Thanks to
I
Bikes
think
and Beers
it's- I think it's-
Adventures.
Caramelly is a word.
Caramelly is a word. No, actually, you know what?
Oh, wow.
That's actually, it's smooth.
That's really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Muskoka beers as well. All their lineup is awesome. And I have to give a shout out to Mad Tom IPA. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right. That's a good one.
It's
Yes.
probably one of my favorite beers.
Yes.
That's
Good
one of
one.
my go-tos. But this is really nice. This would go well with chicken, barbecue chicken.
If you're cooking.
Hey, I do all the cooking.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I think this would, this would be good too with, I think a good pizza, depending on the toppings you put on it, especially a nice barbecue stone-baked pizza.
Yeah.
Hey?
It's got a nice flavor. I like
It
that. I
does.
really like that. Yeah, you can pick up the toffee caramel flavor.
See? Caramelli.
Good call.
Caramelli, yes, new word. So there'll be a quiz at the end of the show for that word.
We're having a quiz.
Well, we might today because you're so full of knowledge, we might as well pass it on.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Useless knowledge.
Well, I think it's useful.
It can be.
Yes. Anyways, so moving on, how would you kind of, rank this in your toolbox of craft beers? If you're like being a go-to beer guy, you're going out with friends on a Friday or Saturday night, where would you put this baby?
You know what? Like I said, I'm a huge IPA fan. I love my IPAs. However, this is a very nice, smooth drinking beer.
Yeah.
I would, in my top 10, my 10 favorite beers, I'd probably put this in around 7 or 8.
Okay,
But
that's fair.
the only reason being is I love bitter beer. Bitter beer. Bitter beer.
Yes.
Bitter beer.
That goes with Bitter Andy. Anyways, I'm just kidding, buddy. I just wanted to use it as a
You
moment.
think I'm bitter?
No, I think you're a lovely human being.
You're really hurting my feelings.
I actually, I was actually kind of surprised. Like I haven't had the cream ale for a while, and both the color and the taste would actually put me in a spot where I could see this paired with a nice barbecue meal and enjoy it. And it actually reminds me of the reason why I like craft beer. It's actually, you got to rotate through because you do fall in
Yeah.
love with certain ones for a period of time. And you
Sure.
kind of stick to those. And you know what? I'm going to put this one back in my rotation to enjoy a nice pairing with it as well in the near future.
I think would it enhance with barbecue. I mean, you're always using different kinds of peppercorn and spices and things
Yeah.
like that, especially on steak and chicken, like a Montreal steak spice, things like that. This beer, I think, would enhance those flavors. It would bring out
I would agree.
the pepperness. We have caramelly and we have pepperness. 2 new words.
Working to expand your vocabulary. So I guess in closing, easy drinking.
Yep.
Definitely, if you're not a craft beer drinker today or yet, this is not a threat to you. This is actually going to be an easy drinking beer. It's got some flavor. You're going to know it's made by some wonderful person's hands and their effort, and you're going to actually feel like you're paying for something and you're getting something instead of watered down you know, mainstream beers.
And this is Muskoka's flagship beer. It's been around since 1996. And you can see why, because you can taste why.
Yes.
It's awesome. And but don't forget, they also have a great lineup of other beers. as
Well, and I think that's the beauty about it. Muskoka is making great beers, and that's why they have a big lineup.
Yeah.
Because they're good at what they do, and they're making good beers. Like, they're not making shoddy beers that are coming and going. They've got a long lineup: the IPAs, the double IPAs,
Yeah.
cream ales, the lagers. So get out there, try Muskoka cream ale,
Try
and then
it.
try all the other Muskokas.
Good.
It's good for you.
Yes.
Thanks for stepping in and hearing us tonight.
Cheers. Thanks for coming out. Ho, ho, ho.
Check us out on Facebook if you like, or on the web, Bikes and Beers Adventures. Cheers.